Arian, where are you? Arian? No? She might be getting a drink, maybe. We're just waiting for our fiddle player, folks. Dead drunk in a gutter, probably.
We know you.
Oh, you're not dead drunk in a gutter, after all.
Don't forget the hat, Ash. The hat. You gonna wear it?
Well, good afternoon, folks. We're meanwhile back at the ranch. As you'll find out shortly, we're going to play you our theme song. We're starting a little earlier because there were so many of you and we didn't want to hold you up. We know you're busy people who've got things to do and places to go.
Are we ready?
I think we're ready.
Oh, Ash is not.
I'm just tightening up my bow. I'm right now.
Let's play them our theme song.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, back at the ranch, Western swings in town. We like to wear cowboy hats when the sun goes down. We ain't from the Lone Star State, we got a sheriff's star. Back at the ranch, this is who we are. We all must have learned 100 Bob Wheel songs. If you feel the urge, you can sing along. Thank you for coming down, we're all fired up to go. Back at the ranch, a Western swinging show. Well, meanwhile, back at the ranch. Stephen wrote that the other night, so we thought we'd play it to you.
Here we go.
Anyway, here we go. Just once too often, folks. Just once too often. Just once too often. You run around at my expense, make me lose my confidence, make me feel I got no sense. That's gonna happen to you just once too often. Just once too often. Do you recall a certain pair? He loved her, she played him fair, and at church he wasn't there. That's gonna happen to you, turning up your nose. Don't be one of those, turning up your toes. Hey, now that's gonna happen to you just once too often. Just once too often. When I When I bring roses to your room, I find orchids there in bloom. That's gonna happen to me just once too often. Thank you very much. That's an old tune called Just Once Too Often, funnily enough. So, thanks for coming down, folks. This is our first gig for the year. We lost our guitar player, George, last year. Losing a guitar player is very sad. In fact, it's almost impossible, I found. But anyway, we found Stephen to replace him. Stephen is Stephen Loss, ladies and gentlemen. He's a bass player for a bluegrass band, but we didn't hold it against him. We had an open mind. And we said, hey, guitar's only got 2 more strings. You know, have a go, you mug. So he did.
How
So
hard
here he
can
is.
it be?
Yeah, exactly. How hard can it be, and what could go wrong?
We're about to find out.
Anyway, we're back. We're back in the saddle. And here's a song called Whoa, Babe. Whoa, babe, what can the matter be? Whoa, babe, something's bothering me. How come I can't come knocking around your door? Whoa, babe, how come you let me down? Whoa, babe, why can I hang around? Since when ain't I your fair-haired boy no more? Every night I take you out, you're the one who frowns and pouts. Someday you'll make me shout, beep-beep-ba-ba-bo-yo, hey. Oh, babe, how'd you get that way? Oh, babe, someday you're gonna pay. If I leave you, I'll darken your door no more. Oh, babe, what can the matter be? Whoa, babe, something's bothering me. How come I can't come knocking around your door? Oh, babe, how come you let me down? Oh, babe, why can I hang around? Since when ain't I your fair-haired boy no more? Every night I take you out, you're the one to frown and pout. Someday you'll make me shout, beep-beep-ba-ba-bo-yo, oh, babe, how'd you get that way? Oh, babe, someday you're gonna pay. If I leave you, I'll darken your door no more. Stephen. If you leave me, I'll darken your door no more. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Those last 2 songs date from about 1938, thereabouts. And this next one is called, this one is written in the new millennium, folks, although it sounds very similar. It's called Oh, Daddy's Got a Brand New Love.
1, 2, I want to.
There's this fella here in town, he wants to spread the word around. Oh, Daddy's got a brand new love. He's not too old to sing the blues, but you haven't heard the news. Oh, Daddy's got a brand new love. Well, he's had a lot of sweethearts, and he thought he'd had enough. The last report I heard was that he hadn't lost his touch. He's a son of a gun, son of a he's a son of a gun. Oh, Daddy's got a brand new love. Yes, sir. Ash. 2020 smile. You can see it for a mile. Oh, Daddy's got a brand new love. Neighbors, I must clarify, she turned his damper high. Oh, Daddy's got a brand new love. Well, it's a little slice of heaven with eyes of bluest blue. It makes him think he's dreaming, 'cause he can't believe it's true. Oh, I know that fellow well, 'cause he reminds me of myself. Oh, Daddy's got a brand new love. Play it. Well, it's a little slice of heaven with eyes of bluest blue. It makes him think he's dreaming, 'cause he can't believe it's true. Whoa, I know that fellow well. He reminds me of myself. That's right. Oh, Daddy's got a brand new love. One more time. Oh, Daddy's got a brand new love. And again. Oh, Daddy's got a brand new love. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hey, by the way, how do you like my new threads? I gave... sorry, you were going to say something, sir? Complimentary.
Very shiny.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I gave the jacket and pants to my daughter and said, whip me up something, dear, and she did. Yeah, which is great. In fact, if you want something similar, just let me know and I'll pass her details on. You'll pay for the nose, but it'll be worth it. Okay. Wouldn't be a Meanwhile Back at the Ranch gig without a cowboy song, folks. And here's a cowboy song from the biggest folk cowboy of them all, me. It's called I'm an Old Cowhand from the Rio Grande. I'm an old cowhand, that's right, from the Rio Grande. But my legs ain't bow, and my cheeks ain't tan. I'm a cowboy, I never saw a cow. I never roped a steer, 'cause I don't know how. Sure ain't fixing to start it now. Yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay, yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay. I'm a riding fool who's up to date. I know every trail in that Lone Star State, 'cause I ride the range in a Ford V8. Yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay, yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay. I know all the songs that the cowboys know about the big corral where the doggies go. I learned them off of the radio. Yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay, yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay. That's Belinda Kendall Smith on the bass, folks. I'm a pioneer who begun from scratch. I don't bat an eye in a shooting match. You don't call me Elmer, they call me Satch. Yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay, yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay. Yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay, yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay. Yeah. Ah, thank you. That song was written by Johnny Mercer, who wrote a lot of the Great American Songbook. He wrote that in 1936, driving back from Hollywood, where he decided he didn't want to be a writer. And as he was driving back through the Southwest, he said to his wife, "Look at all these cowboys driving these cars around. What's the deal with that?" You know, so he wrote that song about faux cowboys. And you know, I agree with him. What losers that dress up as cowboys?
I don't know, Ted. I don't know.
Anyway,
Moving right along.
moving right along. This is called Dallas Fort Worth. It's a new song we learned not that long ago. Get down my map, start jotting down the mileage. Rehearse my lines till I've got 'em learned. 'Cause today's the day my heels will hit the highway. Gonna see my gal in Dallas, Fort Worth. Well, I've had it up to here with California, where my love life took a turn for the worse. And I'm headed back, and I think it's fair to warn you that I love my gal in Dallas, Fort Worth. She never gives in, never gives out. She'll show you what love's all about. Gonna play hell with your heart, that's for sure. I just pray those boys in Houston never learn about that gal from Dallas, Fort Worth. Houston, we got a problem. Long, she's tall, she's sweet as Texas honey. She's mean as hell when you catch her at her worst. But she'll love you, Cal, you're feeling kind of funny. My gal from Dallas, Fort Worth. She never gives in, never gives out. She'll show you what love's all about. Gonna play hell with your heart, that's for sure. I just pray those boys in Houston never learn about my gal from Dallas, Fort Worth. Ash. San Diego, Phoenix, Tucson, Arizona, El Paso, Midland, and Sweetwater too. Every hour puts another town behind me. Little girl, I'm coming home to you. She never gives in, never gives out. She'll show you what love's all about. Gonna play hell with your heart, that's for sure. I just pray those boys in Houston never learn about my gal from Dallas, Fort Worth. Yes, I just pray those boys in Houston never learn about my gal from Dallas, Fort Worth. My gal from Dallas, Fort Worth. One more. My gal from Dallas, Fort Worth. Thank you very much. That song was written just a few years ago, folks. So we play songs from, most of our songs are about 100 years old, but some of them are quite new. This next one was written in 1942. It's called My Home in San Antone. It's a great Bob Wills and Texas Playboys tune. Got a care, haven't got a thing to call my own. Though I'm out money, I'm still a millionaire. I still got my home in San Antonio. When I greet my neighbor with a hi you all, I'm wealthy as a king upon a throne. You can keep your mansion, keep your cottage small. I'll just keep my home in San Antonio. Here we go. Yes, I travel all over the country on my merry way. I've been in crowds, felt I was alone. When I feel like dancing, I just up and say, I'm a native son of San Antonio. When I greet my neighbor with a hi you all, I'm wealthy as a king upon a throne. You can keep your mansion and your cottage small. I'll just take my home in San Antonio. Let's go again, come on. Yes, I haven't got to worry, I haven't got to care, haven't got a thing to call my own. When I feel like bragging, I just up and say, I'm a native son of San Antonio. Now there's a sweet somebody by the Alamo. Someday she's gonna be my very own. And we'll buy a high chair in a year or so for our little home in San Antonio. For our little home in San Antonio. For our little home in San Antonio. Yay! The Alamo! I'm always reminded of that great scene in Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure. You know, I love that film. Remember the Alamo?
We had some dancers up here.
We did have
This is dancing music, so dancing is not just permitted, it is encouraged.
Okay. Except for not for this song, though.
Well, if you want a waltz, this one would be it.
Yeah, Stephen's going to sing you a ballad now, folks. This is a very famous old Western swing ballad written by John Wills, Bob Wills, Fred Wills. The whole Wills family participated in this, and it's become a bit of a country standard. It's called Faded Love. And in it, you can hear about the mating of the doves.
Don't go there, Ted, don't go there. As I look at the letters that you wrote for me, yes, it's you, the one I'm thinking of. As I read the lines that to me were so dear, I remember our faded love. I miss you, darling, more and more every day. As the heaven
about the Doves, George.
As I think of the past and all those pleasures we had, as I watch the mating of those doves, it was in the springtime that we said goodbye, and I remember our faded love. I miss you, darling, more and more every day. As heaven would miss the stars above. With every heartbeat, I still think of you, and remember our faded love, and remember our faded
Ah, beautiful, Stephen. How about that? Woo!
Thank you very
Ah,
much.
that brought a tear to my eye. Anyway, enough of these sappy love songs. Let's get into something really good, like Fort Worth Stomp. Come on.
Oh shit, I don't have this.
Now there's a town that ain't so big. They like to swing and they like to jig. They like to stomp, and is it wrong if it makes you shake just like my pa? Well, if you can't dance about, just come on down, we'll fix you up, size you up and add 'em up, and you're bound to swing at the Fort Worth Stomp. Well, up and down on the street, folks jumping, jiving to that beat. Kids are making up crazy rhymes. Bodies freaked out all the time. Don't get me wrong, we're not so hot. This is all that we got. So if you get what I say, Fort Worth Stomp is what we play. Yeah. Bridge. Well, up and down on the street, folks are jumping, jiving to that beat. Kids are making up crazy rhymes. Party is winked out all the time. Don't get me wrong, we're not so hot. This is all that we got. So if you get what I say, Fort Worth Stomp is what we play. Ah, I love that 1930s punk rock. It's great. 1936 that song was written. Okay.
Ted,
What?
Western Swing. It's full of
Punk rock.
politically incorrect
It is.
lyrics, isn't
It
it?
sure is. Yes.
And I think this one is no different.
Yeah. We got any smokers in the audience?
Anybody smoking?
No, no one smokes anymore. Well, this is called Smoke, Smoke, Smoke That Cigarette. Million selling song in 1947. Well, I'm a fella with a heart of gold, the ways of a gentleman, I've been told, the kind of guy who'd never harm a flea. But if me and a certain character met the man who invented the cigarette, I'd murder that son of a gun on the first degree. Now, it ain't 'cause I don't smoke myself. I don't figure it'll hurt my health. I've been smoking for 25 years and ain't dead yet. But those nicotine slaves are all the same at a picnic party or a poker game. Everything's got to stop when they smoke that cigarette. I said smoke, smoke, smoke that cigarette. Puff, puff, puff it, you puff yourself to death. Tell St. Peter at the Golden Gate, you just hate to make him wait, but you just gotta have another cigarette. Now at a game of poker the other night, old Dame Fortune was doing me right. Those kings and queens just kept on coming round. So I played him loose and I bet him high. My bluff was working on a certain guy who kept on betting, laying his money down. He'd raise me, I'd raise him. I sweated blood, you gotta sink or swim. But he finally called and didn't raise the bet. I said, ace is full, pal, how about you? He said, I'll tell you in a minute or two. Right now I'm gonna smoke another cigarette. Smoke, smoke, smoke that cigarette. Puff, puff, puff it, you puff yourself to death. Tell St. Peter at the Golden Gate, you just hate to make him wait, but you just gotta have another cigarette. Stephen! Now listen here. The other night, I had a date with the cutest little gal in 48 states, a regular uptown fancy kind of dame. She said she'd love me, and it seemed to me that things was going the way they were supposed to be. Hand in hand, we were strolling down Lover's Lane. She was oh so nice as a cake of ice. Our petting party was going nice. So help me, Hannah, I'd have been there yet. So I gave her a hug and a little squeeze, and she said, Ted, excuse me please, right now I gotta light up another cigarette. I said, smoke, smoke, smoke that cigarette. Puff, puff, puff it, you puff yourself to death. Tell St. Peter at the Golden Gate, you just hate to make him wait, but you just gotta have another cigarette. Here's the moral of the story, ladies and gentlemen. Now, life ain't nothing but a poker game, and no two hands are quite the same, and I never met a winner who didn't bet. So if any of you folks are fetching to quit, I ain't gonna criticize you one little bit. Instead, I'm gonna light up another cigarette. Yeah, smoke, smoke, smoke that cigarette. Puff, puff, puff it if you puff yourself to death. Tell St. Peter at the Golden Gate, you just hate to make him wait, but you just gotta have another cigarette. Yeah, you just gotta have another cigarette. That's what I'm talking about. You just gotta have another cigarette. Arian, Michelle's here. Yeah. I just saw you right at the back there. Okay, what do we got? Oh, we got a guest. We got a special guest, folks. Oh, there he is. Get him. It's Marty Phillipson, trumpet player from the Adelaide Symphony Orchestra, folks. Well, he was until the financial irregularities started popping up.
Or until they heard this gig.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, they're going to play you a little instrumental song called Take the A Train.
Who's training?
Ted, have you talked about the meanwhile back at the ranch merchandise?
Notice our buckles there, folks. You too can get one too. They retail for $99.99. Just see me later on.
They also double as a branding iron.
That's right.
Yeah.
Just don't trust that man.
Did we bring the merch?
We didn't bring the merch, I'm afraid.
We didn't bring the spurs?
No. Or the
chaps?
chaps. No,
No.
the shaps, if you don't mind.
Chaps.
Marty will be back later on, folks, for some more songs. That's not his only gig. He's been up since 3 in the morning. He's just flown back from New Zealand this morning, so he could fall asleep halfway through a song, but we'll see. Okay, what do we got?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is a good song, this one. This is predominantly a fiddle tune. It's a fast breakneck pace sort of job. It's called Yes Sir. And you can join in by
sing
saying,
along.
every time I say Yes Sir, you can yell out, Yes Sir, if you want. Now does my baby call me honey? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Does she help me spend my money? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
When she rolls those big black eyes, breathe those heavy sighs, does it make goose pimples rise? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is there gonna be a wedding? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is the news already spreading? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
When they play Here Comes a Bride, we'll walk down side by side. Will I be puffed out with pride? Yes, sir. Now did I quit my misbehaving? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is my razor just for shaving? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Did I take my gal's advice? Did I cut out gin and dice? And was it worth that sacrifice? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Chuck one in there. Now did I come home barely ticking? Yes, sir. Is my neighbor just for picking? Yes, sir. When my neighbor counts his flock, oh, will he get a shock and will he miss those Plymouth Rocks? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ash, take a solo. Sally Pringle. Now did I call on Sally Pringle? Yes, sir. Did she tell me she was single? Yes, sir. The man walked in the flat and he hollered out, who is that? Did I leave without my hat? Yes, sir. Ash. Thank you very much. You're very kind. Okay, this next song's a really good kiss-off song if you've ever had a bad relationship. Yeah. Oh, Steve, I can tell Stephen has already. Eyes lit up. This one's called I Had Someone Else Before I Had You. And I'll have someone after you've gone. So up yours. I had someone else before I had you, and I'll have someone after you've gone. Sweethearts and streetcars, they don't bother me, 'cause there'll soon be another one along. No need to stay, go any day, I've got a swinging door right in my heart, and I swing either way. Woo! I had someone else before I had you, and I'll have someone after you're gone. I had someone else before I had you, and I'll have someone after you've gone. Sweethearts and streetcars, it don't bother me. There'll soon be another one along. If you don't like your bunk, then pack up your junk. Won't take you long because you're standing in the middle of your trunk. I had someone else before I had you, and I'll have someone after you've gone. Hey, that's a jazz song, folks. It's jazz. Okay, the boys are going to play you, and girls are going to play you another instrumental, folks. This one's called Red Wing. Some of you may know this song. Ashley Turner on the fiddle, folks. In fact, he's always on the fiddle. Thank you very much. Hey, I haven't introduced our drummer, folks. It's Craig Lauritsen there on the drums, keeping those cool beats going. From the Sabco Brush Company, I think he works his day job. Yeah. Nah, ladies, he's not Mr. Right, he's Mr. Right Now. Okay? So, yeah. What's that?
Last one this set.
Last song this set.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
We could play more.
We could.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's called Ida Red. Now, I got to tell you before we start this song, when Chuck Berry wrote Maybelline, he based it on Ida Red, an old, well, he called it a country and western song, but a western swing song. And because he thought white kids would go for it with that sort of white kind of bread sort of feel. And he was right. Maybelline became a massive hit. And I'm even going to sing a verse from Maybelline in this song. And this song dates back to about 1865 or less. Okay, Ida Red. As I was motivating over the hill, I saw Maybelline in a Coupe de Ville. Yeah, the Cadillac doing about 95. We were bumper to bumper, rolling side by side. I say, Ida Red, I'm a plumb fool about Ida Red. Ida Red, I'm a plumb fool about Ida Red. Table picture on the wall. There's a pretty sofa and that ain't all. If I'm not mistaken, I'm sure I'm right. There's someone else in the parlor tonight. Ida Red, I'm a plumb fool about Ida Red. Ida Red, I'm a plumb fool about Ida Red. Chicken in the bread bin, pecking out dough. Granny, will your dog bite? No, child, no. Hurry up, boys, and don't be slow. Grab your partner and go-see-go. I say, Ida Red, I'm a plumb fool about Ida Red. Ida Red, I'm a plumb fool about Ida Red. The hornpipe. Well, the lights burning dim, the fire getting low. Someone said it's time to go. Hear that whisper, gentle and light. Don't forget to come next Saturday night and say, Ida Red, I'm a plumb fool about Ida Red. Ida Red, I'm a plumb fool about Ida Red. Go. Last verse. Fire's getting low. Someone said it's time to go. You know, I hear that whisper, gentle and light. Don't come again next Saturday night. My old mistress, she promised me that when she died, she'd set me free. I say, Ida Red, I'm a plumb fool about Ida Red. Ida Red, I'm a plumb fool about Ida Red. Thank you very much. We're going to take a break, drink as much as we can with our free tickets for drinks. Yeah. You suckers, you have to pay for yours. Anyway, we'll be back shortly for another swinging set of Western tunes. Got some good cowboy songs coming up too.